everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nancy. I like to talk about nursing, lifestyle, travel, and everything about life really. So feel welcome. If you haven't subscribed, please kindly subscribe, like, share, and comment on my videos, as it's gonna help me to grow this channel. In today's video, I am going to be discussing about OET and IELTS. This is a question that a lot of people who are trying to take an English exam are conflicted about, because you have two options, and obviously everyone wants to take an option where they are going to pass and it's going to be cheaper and it's going to be easier for them to go through the process. If you are considering to do the English tests, you should make a few considerations first, and so today I will tell you the differences, the similarities, and the things that you should consider before you do an English test, so you can choose the one that is right for you. I have my notes here, so if you see me looking down, I am just referring to my notes so I can tell you guys the right thing. So when I was doing my English exam, in Kenya at the time, we didn't have an OET center, so I only had a choice to do IELTS. After a while, OET became more common, and I have spoken to a few people who have done OET, so I have compiled a few notes here. IELTS is International English Language Testing System, and OET is Occupational English Test. And for OET, because it says occupational, it is designed for 12 healthcare professionals, and I'm going to read those professionals right now. They are, so from their website, so they are saying that this exam is designed specifically for 12 healthcare professionals, that is dentistry, occupational therapy, veterinary science, speech pathology, dietetics, medicine, nursing, radiotherapy, physiotherapy, pharmacy, podiatry, and optometry. So the similarities that I could find between these two exams is that, number one, they are accepted by the NMC, GMC, or most of the registration bodies, and once you pass that test, you can use the same certificate to apply for your visa, because the Home Office decided that they were going to accept the English requirement that your registration body has accepted. So if you do OET or IELTS and you pass, you don't have to do IELTS for UKVI when you're doing your application for the visa, so that's a good thing. So another similarity that I found is that both of them contain reading, writing, speaking, and listening. So when you're preparing for the exam, just be prepared to do the 4 sections of the exam. Another similarity is that both of these exams, you can go and attend to do the exam, or you can do them at home via the computer. And both of these are accepted by NMC. So if you feel you're able to book online exams and do them at home for IELTS and OET, good for you, because both of them will be accepted by NMC and definitely accepted by the Home Office. When you get your results, you're going to get a grade. So it's not like a pass or fail results. You will get a grade, and this is because the registration bodies give a certain grade that they are going to accept to consider you proficient in English. Let's go to the differences. First of all, the OET is offered by the Cambridge Box Hill Language Assessment Trust, or CBLA, and obviously IELTS is offered by IDP Education Limited and British Council. So if you're booking your exams, make sure you book with those websites so no one is taking your money from you for nothing. IELTS can be taken by anyone who wants to go abroad to study, to migrate to those countries, especially the English-speaking countries, and for those people who want to go and work there. So if you're coming to study or work, you can apply for IELTS. But OET is designed for the 12 professions that I talked about earlier. If your profession falls among this list here, then you definitely have OET as an option for you. IELTS covers a very, very wide range of topics. I can't even remember what my topic was about, but I know it was boring because I wasn't interested in it, especially in the reading section and also in the writing. But OET, if you're booking for nursing, you will definitely get scenarios that are going according to your work. So it's gonna be more familiar to you, and if you feel that that is going to help you pass your exam, then definitely book OET if it's available for you. The other difference that I found is that IELTS is definitely more cheaper than OET. So you also have to consider your budget when you're booking for the exam, or you do what you have to do, save and then do OET if you feel it's a better option for you. So the other difference is IELTS is available in most of the countries in the world. That is why it's very easy for people to get a booking to do the IELTS exam. OET, on the other hand, is not available in most countries. I think it's just starting to come up, so it's a bit more difficult to get a slot to do your OET. So if you're thinking that you're gonna do OET, I would suggest try booking in advance, so you have time to prepare and you get a slot, so when you're ready to do the exam, your slot is already booked. Earlier, I did mention that you get a grade for your exam. So when you're doing OET, you're gonna be graded between A to E. While you're doing IELTS, the grades are between 1 to 9, all right? I think I should talk more about the grades for OET and IELTS. I have a small table here that compares the two grades, all right? So I'm just gonna open that up. So for IELTS, grade 8 to 9 is equivalent to OET grade A, which is about 450 to 500 points. All right, and then grade 7 to 7.5 for IELTS is equivalent to grade B, which is about 350 to 440 points for the OET. And grade 5.5 to 6.5 is equivalent to grade C or C+, which is about 200 to 340 points. So for nurses, you know that you are required to have a grade of 7 in reading, in listening and speaking, and you're required a grade of 6.5, at least 6.5 in writing. So if you're doing OET, I would think that they want you to have a grade C+, or 340 points for the writing, and then 7 or 350 points and above for OET. The question is, which exam should you take? Which one do you have a chance of passing? The things that you should consider when booking this exam is the exam available to you? Which scenarios do you prefer? So I would say, if you're in a country where you're not able to book OET, or maybe you don't have enough funds to do the OET exam, then I would go for IELTS exam. If you're in a place where you can book the OET exam and you prefer questions that or scenarios that go in line with your career, then definitely OET is the better option for you. But like I said, just keep in mind that no exam is easier to pass, because both of them have the listening, reading, writing and speaking, and the grading system makes everything equal. So either way, unless you prefer certain scenarios where you're going with the OET, then I think you have equal chances of passing. Maybe it's just me, but I think you should just keep in mind that none of the exam is easier to pass than the other one. I think it just depends on you and the preparation, the efforts that you put into these exams. As I was doing my research, I came across a study that was comparing the people who did IELTS and OET, I think for about 2 years. And the results that they found out is that most healthcare professionals prefer OET because it has familiar topics, while IELTS covers a very wide range of topics. And like I said, they could be really boring and you're trying not to fall asleep during the exam. So the other thing that they found out is that more candidates tend to pass OET as compared to IELTS. I've had this before. I've had people saying that if you take OET, you have a higher chance of passing. I really don't know, because I never did OET. I just wanted to share the little things that I found out about the exams with you guys, and I hope that this gives you a better or a clearer picture of both of the exams and that you're able to choose the best option for you. I really wish you the best. I'm gonna leave links for OET and IELTS booking under this video. Feel free to share with your friends who are trying to do an English exam to migrate, study or work abroad. Leave me a comment so I can know what you think. Do you think IELTS is easier to pass or OET is easier to pass? Which one did you do and how did it go? Or if you haven't done, which one are you considering doing? Let me know. Thank you guys. I will see you on my next video. Bye.